I'm Michelle, this is Mishmash. Today I'm filming the books I bought because of Booktube, aka 80% of the books I've bought in the last 2 years. I started watching some people on Booktube, I think about 2 years ago, just starting out with a few. I think I started out with watching Books and Quills, and then I started slowly finding other people. So I had been watching it for a couple of years, and throughout that time, pretty much most of the books I bought, there was a few exceptions, but most of the books I bought were because I was recommended them on YouTube, or I heard about them everywhere and felt like I should be reading them too. So I thought it would be interesting to go through all the books I've bought because of Booktube. I haven't read all of them, but I have read most of them, so I'll give a little bit of a brief description of each and let you know what I thought of them. And I guess I should also say that I don't really buy a whole lot of books. I try to keep my spending at a minimum. I only have a limited bookshelf. It actually goes all the way around, but it's also shared with my boyfriend, so we don't have a ton of space. I don't really want to have a ton of books. I try to be selective with the books that I buy, or at least the books that I keep in my collection. When I watch other booktubers, I am inspired to buy more books, which is a good thing and a bad thing. So anyway, let's just get into it. The first book is Bone Season and also Mime Order by Samantha Shannon. But these are the first two books in a series of, I believe it's supposed to be 7 books, by Samantha Shannon. I have read the Bone Season, but I have not yet read the Mime Order, and this is one that I really want to get to this year. So the Bone Season is about a girl. Let's see if I can even remember what it's about, because it's been a while. Okay, so this book is about a girl named Paige who is a clairvoyant, which means she can walk into other people's dreams, and which is illegal in her world, which is basically London, but in a dystopian setting. And she gets kidnapped, and they want to use her powers for different reasons. And I kind of liked it, but I didn't love it as much as I thought I would from all the reviews on Booktube. Next, the other series I bought was the Mistborn Trilogy by Sanderson, which I finally just finished. I read Hero of Ages in February. I'll link my February wrap-up, which I just put up on Saturday when I talked about that book. And I read the first 2 books last year. I basically bought these because everyone was talking about them and everyone had them in the back of their videos. Also because I love the design of them, they're so pretty, and I just love the design, so I just had to own those. These were pretty much as good as I thought they would be. They were really fun to read, something really different and really well written. The third one was my least favorite, I think, and I would recommend them. So thank you, Booktube, for recommending me that one. The next one I believe I picked up because of Booktube. This is Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. This I found probably so much later than everyone else, but this book, I really, really loved it. This was a definite 5-star favorite of last year. So this book is about a family, and it mostly focuses on family dynamics, which I really enjoyed reading about. It's about a girl, kind of the favorite daughter of the family, who dies, and then it kind of explores how that affected the rest of her family. It was really good, and I strongly recommend that one. Next one is Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. This book I mostly bought because of the cover. I don't really remember who I heard about this from. I think several different people were reading it, or at least just buying it, because of the black pages. And I really like this. It's like one of those soft, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a soft cover, and it's got this black and blue feather, and it is so pretty that it kind of goes into the black pages, and that's the feather on the other side. I thought that was so beautiful. It's also set in Iceland, which I went to last year, so I wanted to read a book set in Iceland, so I thought that was cool. It took me a little while to get into it, and it took me a while to actually pick it up after I bought it, but I actually did really end up enjoying it a lot. Somewhat based on true, this is about the last person in Iceland who was capitally punished. Is that how you say it? Who endured capital punishment for the crime that they did. And it was really interesting, an interesting study of, capital punishment, is that deserved, and also is someone fully bad because they do something wrong. I know, it was good and I liked it. Next is Queen of the Tearling by Erika Johanssen. Basically, if I buy a book in physical form, it's got to be cheap or it's got to be beautiful, and this was a beautiful one. So predictable, but this one is another I don't know if it's YA, it's another fantasy book. Apparently this is the first novel in a trilogy, and the second one is out already, but I haven't read it yet. It's called Invasion of the Tearling, and I really want to get to that this year as well. So this book is about this girl who, after spending the first, I believe, 16 years of her life in hiding because she was the heir to the throne, and that was dangerous, she then becomes queen, and she has to learn how to be queen, how to rule a country, and her country's in major disarray. So a lot of the people in her country distrusted the former queen, and so don't have high hopes for her, but she wants to change things and do things right. So it talked a lot about the politics of ruling a country. I haven't heard as many people talking about the second book, and I don't know when the third book's coming out. So I feel like this one got a lot of hype, and the invasion kind of went downhill a little bit, so I'm interested to read it and see what I think of it. This next book, anyone could guess this. Probably a lot of people have bought this book because of Booktube, but this one I actually haven't read yet, so this is on my list for definitely to read this year. I just picked it up at a used bookstore. I don't really know too much about it, but everyone says it's amazing, and I'm really excited to read it. And I always thought it was super long, but it's actually not that long, so hopefully I'll get to that one soon. And my last book that I bought because of Booktube is Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. And this one was obviously all the rage last year. Everyone was reading it. And I liked it, but I really hate when people say this is the new Gone Girl, because that made me, think it was going to be like Gone Girl, and then it was like, oh, this isn't like Gone Girl. But it actually was a really good book, but it just was not quite, the expectations were higher. But this was really good. I enjoyed it. It's definitely like a good page turner, and it's really interesting. So those are all the books I bought because of Booktube. Do you buy a lot of books because you hear people talking about them on Booktube? If so, let me know. And also, have you read most of the books that you bought because of Booktube? I would be really interested to know about that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later. The next one is Burial? How do you say